Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're diving into the game-changing world of VTOLs, aircraft that take off and land vertically like helicopters, but cruise efficiently like planes. Perfect for crowded cities, remote areas, and quick passenger or cargo runs where runways don't exist. Once mostly military, these machines are now booming in commercial use thanks to electric propulsion, advanced batteries, and smart tech. From beating traffic to unlocking new destinations, VTOLs are revolutionizing how we fly. In this video, we're counting down the top 15 modern VTOLs, breaking down their designs, capabilities, and what makes them stand out. New here? Smash subscribe and hit the bell. Let's jump right in. Starting off at number 15 is the Aerosystems E-Starling jet, an electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft that is turning heads as a true game changer for regional and short-haul business and luxury travel by combining the sleek comfort of a traditional private jet with the incredible flexibility of helicopter-style operations, so you can literally depart from city center vertiports and skip the usual airport chaos altogether. What makes this one stand out so much is its smart hybrid approach to vertical flight, where it uses a fixed wing design paired with strategically placed jet engines above the wings and tail, along with additional tilting propeller systems that deploy smoothly to deliver powerful multi-directional thrust during takeoff and landing, giving it that rare ability to operate in tight spaces while still delivering efficient high-speed cruising that feels premium and effortless for passengers who want to reach destinations faster without compromising on style or onboard experience. The aircraft is built to carry up to 7 passengers in a luxurious cabin setup that emphasizes comfort and quiet operation, making it ideal for executives or high-end travelers who value time and convenience above everything else. And because it relies heavily on electric propulsion technology, it promises lower operating costs, reduced emissions, and simpler maintenance compared to older fuel-guzzling options, which is exactly why it feels like such an accessible step forward in premium air mobility, even if full production is still ramping up. One of the coolest aspects is how the design cleverly integrates sliding doors and tilting cowlings that allow the propulsion systems to transition seamlessly between vertical and forward flight modes, creating a smooth ride with minimal noise and vibration. So, passengers get that jet-like smoothness without the typical runway requirements. And this efficiency helps keep potential ticket prices or charter rates more reasonable than you might expect for this level of performance and versatility. Of course, like many cutting-edge eVTOL concepts, it is still working through certification and scaling challenges, which means real-world availability is on the horizon rather than immediate. But the company has positioned it perfectly for the luxury and business segments, where demand for fast point-to-point travel is growing rapidly, and the blend of electric efficiency with proven fixed-wing aerodynamics gives it a strong edge in balancing range, speed, and practicality. Overall, the E-Starling jet shines because it solves real pain points in modern travel by making luxury vertical flight feel achievable and exciting rather than experimental. And its focus on premium markets with smart, sustainable tech could very well set a new standard for how we move between cities in the near future. At number 14, we have the Leonardo AW609, a twin-engine tiltrotor vertical takeoff and landing aircraft that masterfully blends the best qualities of helicopters and fixed-wing airplanes, creating one of the most practical and versatile solutions for civil aviation and demanding offshore operations, where traditional aircraft often struggle to deliver both access and efficiency. What truly sets this aircraft apart is its innovative tiltrotor system that allows it to take off and land vertically like a helicopter, while transitioning the rotors forward for high-speed cruise performance that far exceeds conventional rotorcraft, giving operators the freedom to reach remote oil platforms, distant business destinations, or emergency sites with impressive speed and range without needing long runways or extensive infrastructure, which is a massive advantage in industries where time and accessibility directly impact costs and safety. Over the years since its first flight back in 2003, the AW609 has undergone continuous refinement and rigorous testing, making it a mature option that is now targeting commercial service in the coming years, with a focus on reliability and passenger comfort that feels more like stepping into a private jet than a typical rotorcraft. The pressurized cabin with excellent soundproofing creates a smooth, quiet environment, perfect for longer flights where passengers can work, relax, or simply enjoy the journey without the fatigue often associated with helicopter travel. And this combination of vertical flexibility with turboprop-like efficiency makes it especially attractive for offshore energy companies, VIP transport, and emergency medical services, where getting people and equipment to hard-to-reach locations quickly and comfortably can make all the difference. One of the standout reasons for its appeal is the way it balances operational costs with performance, delivering longer endurance and higher speeds than standard helicopters, while maintaining the ability to operate from compact pads or platforms, which helps keep overall mission expenses more manageable compared to relying on multiple aircraft types or building new runways. Of course, as a more complex tiltrotor design, it comes with higher initial acquisition costs and requires specialized training and maintenance. But the long-term benefits in productivity, time savings, and mission capability often outweigh those factors for professional operators who need proven technology they can count on in real-world conditions. The AW609 really shines because it represents a smart evolution in aviation that solves practical problems rather than chasing pure novelty, offering a compelling mix of speed, comfort, and operational freedom that positions it as a strong choice for organizations looking to modernize their fleets with something that delivers tangible advantages today and well into the future of vertical lift transportation. Number 13 is the Boeing V-22 Osprey, an American multi-mission tilt-rotor military aircraft that truly redefined what vertical takeoff and landing platforms can achieve in modern combat and logistics operations. What makes this beast stand out is its groundbreaking ability to blend the hovering precision and vertical landing flexibility of a traditional helicopter with the high-speed, long-range efficiency of a turboprop airplane, giving military forces unmatched versatility when they need to insert troops quickly into tight hotspots or haul heavy cargo across vast distances without relying on prepared runways. Developed as the world's first production tiltrotor, the Osprey features massive proprotors that pivot from vertical for takeoff and landing to forward-facing for fast cruise, allowing it to deliver troops and supplies faster and farther than conventional choppers, while avoiding the vulnerabilities of needing large airfields in hostile environments. This design has proven invaluable in real-world missions, from disaster relief to special operations, where its speed and range let forces respond rapidly and maintain momentum without getting bogged down by geography. On the plus side, the Osprey brings incredible operational flexibility, reduced transit times that save lives in medevac scenarios, and the capacity to handle demanding payloads that would overwhelm most rotorcraft, making it a force multiplier that enhances mission success rates across the board. However, it is not without drawbacks, including higher maintenance demands due to its complex tilting mechanisms, a steeper learning curve for pilots transitioning from traditional helicopters, and past concerns over safety during early development that required extensive refinements to build confidence in the platform. Despite those challenges, its unique technology has set the standard for future hybrid aircraft concepts, influencing everything from civilian air taxis to advanced cargo drones by proving that clever rotor tilt systems can deliver both agility and endurance in one package. While exact current pricing for new units is typically part of large government contracts rather than public listings, the Osprey's value shines through its proven track record in extending reach and reducing logistical headaches, which is why it remains a cornerstone of American vertical lift strategy and continues to inspire next-generation designs that aim to bring similar capabilities to commercial skies. Overall, the Osprey's innovative engineering and battlefield-proven performance make it one of the most influential VTOLs ever built, showing how smart integration of existing technologies can create something far greater than the sum of its parts and open doors to operational possibilities that were once unimaginable. At number 12, we find the Lilium jet, a vertical takeoff and landing electric jet aircraft developed by the German company Lilium that captured attention with its bold vision for high-speed regional air mobility. This innovative design relies on the company's proprietary ducted electric fan technology, featuring dozens of small electrical jet engines cleverly integrated into the wing and flap structure to dramatically boost aerodynamic efficiency while generating powerful thrust for both vertical lift and forward flight. What sets the Lilium jet apart is its fixed wing layout, combined with vectored thrust, that enables it to achieve greater ranges than many pure multicopter eVTOL competitors, making it especially appealing for bridging cities and suburbs without the short-hop limitations that plague some rivals. The aircraft promises remarkably quiet operation and true zero-emission performance, thanks to its all-electric powertrain, which aligns perfectly with growing demands for sustainable aviation and could help ease urban congestion by offering fast point-to-point regional hops that bypass crowded roads and traditional airports. On the positive side, its sleek canard wing configuration and distributed propulsion system deliver smooth transitions, impressive energy efficiency for longer trips, and a luxurious cabin experience aimed at business travelers and early adopters who value speed and comfort over basic air taxi service. However, like many ambitious eVTOL projects, it has faced challenges including high development costs, the need for substantial battery advancements to hit performance targets consistently, and regulatory hurdles that have slowed its path to full commercial certification and widespread deployment. Despite these obstacles, the Lilium jet's unique approach of treating electric fans like miniature jet engines rather than exposed rotors gives it a distinctive aesthetic and potentially lower noise profile that could make it more acceptable for operations near residential areas. While specific retail pricing has not been widely publicized, as the program focuses on fleet sales and partnerships, its premium positioning suggests it will target high-value regional routes, where time savings justify the investment, positioning Lilium as a pioneer in blending jet-like cruise performance with vertical takeoff convenience. Overall, this aircraft highlights how European engineering ingenuity is pushing the boundaries of electric flight, offering a compelling glimpse into a future where clean, efficient air travel becomes a practical alternative for everyday regional journeys and helping to reshape urban transportation networks around the globe. Number 11 brings us to the EHang 216, an electric vertical takeoff and landing autonomous aerial vehicle from the Chinese company EHang that's really shaking up the idea of on-demand air taxi services in a super practical and affordable way. First shown to the world back in 2019, this clever compact design stands out because it delivers reliable short-hop flights without needing a human pilot at all, relying instead on sophisticated autonomous systems that handle everything from takeoff to landing with impressive safety redundancies, making it one of the most accessible and cost-effective options in the emerging urban air mobility space, where traditional helicopters would be way too expensive to operate daily. What makes it truly shine is how EHang managed to create something that feels futuristic, yet grounded in real-world usefulness. With a simple cabin that comfortably fits 2 passengers plus some luggage, supported by sturdy skids that keep the rotors safely clear of the ground even on uneven surfaces, allowing it to land almost anywhere from rooftops to open fields without complex infrastructure. The big appeal here is its efficiency and low operating costs compared to manned aircraft, since there is no pilot salary, reduced maintenance on the electric powertrain, and a focus on quick turnaround times between flights, which means cities could deploy fleets of these for public transportation, tourism flights over landmarks, medical evacuations in emergencies, or even fast cargo deliveries in congested areas where ground traffic is a nightmare. On the plus side, its autonomous technology opens up exciting possibilities for safe, efficient short hops that bypass road jams entirely, offering a level of convenience and speed that feels revolutionary for everyday people, while keeping noise levels manageable for urban environments. Of course, like any early-stage eVTOL, it has limitations such as shorter range suited only for very local trips rather than long cross-country journeys and the need for solid regulatory approval and public trust in fully driverless flight. But EHang has been steadily building confidence through real demonstration flights and certifications in several markets, proving the concept works in practice. Overall, the EHang 216 stands out, not because it is the fastest or longest range option, but because it nails the sweet spot of simplicity, affordability, and immediate usability, helping bring aerial taxis from science fiction into something cities might actually afford to roll out at scale in the coming years. And that practical edge is exactly why it deserves its spot in this ranking as a pioneer making advanced air travel feel reachable for the masses rather than just luxury experiments. At number 10, we have the Airbus City Airbus, an electrically powered vertical takeoff and landing personal air vehicle demonstrator from Airbus helicopters that stands out as a thoughtful and practical step toward making urban air mobility something cities can actually embrace without breaking the bank or overwhelming the environment. What truly makes this aircraft shine is its smart evolution from an early quadcopter-style prototype with ducted fans that boosted safety by containing the spinning blades and dramatically lowered noise levels for operations near homes and offices, to the updated next-generation design that cleverly merges the best of those ideas into a fixed-wing aircraft complete with a distinctive V-tail and 8 strategically placed propellers that deliver reliable performance without any complex moving control surfaces or tilting mechanisms, which keeps everything simpler, more dependable, and ultimately more affordable to maintain and operate over time. This no-frills approach to vertical and forward flight means the city Airbus can take off and land vertically like a helicopter, while cruising efficiently like a plane, allowing it to zip passengers around congested cities faster than ground traffic ever could. And because it relies on a fully electric powertrain, it achieves zero emissions during flight, along with whisper-quiet operation that makes it far more neighbor-friendly than traditional helicopters, which often face restrictions in urban areas due to their loud rotor noise. The standout appeal here lies in how Airbus focused on balancing cost-effectiveness with real-world usefulness, drawing on their vast experience in both helicopters and commercial airliners to create a vehicle that promises lower operating costs through electric efficiency, reduced maintenance needs from the streamlined design, and the potential for high-volume production that could drive down prices enough to compete directly with premium ground taxi services or short helicopter rides, making it accessible not just for wealthy executives, but for broader urban transport networks, including airport shuttles, tourism hops, and emergency medical transfers. On the positive side, this distributed propulsion system with multiple independent electric motors provides excellent redundancy. So if one unit encounters an issue, the others can safely bring the aircraft home, which builds confidence in its safety for everyday passenger use, while the autopilot capabilities further reduce pilot workload and open the door to more autonomous operations in the future, helping to keep crew-related expenses down and making the whole experience smoother and more predictable for riders who just want a quick, comfortable ride above the gridlock. Number 9 on our list is the lift aircraft Hexa, an all-electric single-passenger vertical takeoff and landing machine that brings the pure thrill of personal flight to everyday adventurers in a way that feels refreshingly accessible and genuinely fun without breaking the bank or requiring years of intensive training. What makes this innovative aircraft stand out so powerfully is its clever blend of simplicity and versatility that turns vertical flight into something approachable for a much wider audience than traditional aviation ever could, allowing pilots to experience the freedom of the skies from both land and water thanks to its smart float system that provides reliable buoyancy and stability, while the energy-absorbing central float adds an extra layer of safety during those exciting yet controlled touchdowns on lakes, rivers, or even choppy coastal areas. Born from a project that kicked off back in 2017, with test flights launching the very next year and capturing massive attention during its public debut at the South by Southwest Festival in Austin, Texas, the Hexa quickly proved itself as more than just another experimental concept by delivering real-world usability that prioritizes joy, safety, and ease of operation over unnecessary complexity. Its distinctive open cockpit design features a protective windshield up front, with open sides that give riders an exhilarating, unobstructed view of the world rushing by below, creating an immersive experience that feels like a personal adventure machine rather than a stuffy traditional aircraft, where you are fully connected to the elements while still protected enough for confident flying. This thoughtful layout, combined with its all-electric powertrain, keeps operating costs remarkably low compared to fuel-burning helicopters or more elaborate eVTOLs, because there are fewer moving parts, simpler maintenance routines, and no expensive fuel bills, which means enthusiasts and flight schools can actually afford to fly it regularly without the financial burden that often kills budding aviation dreams. The Hexa shines brightest in how it democratizes personal flight by offering a safe, stable platform that new pilots can master relatively quickly, thanks to intuitive controls and built-in redundancies that provide peace of mind during those short but unforgettable hops, perfect for scenic tours, training sessions, or just pure recreational soaring above beautiful landscapes. On the plus side, its affordability makes advanced air mobility feel within reach for individuals and small operators who want to bypass crowded roads and experience the skies on their own terms, while the quiet electric propulsion minimizes noise pollution, so you can fly over sensitive areas or near communities without causing disturbances. Of course, like any pioneering personal VTOL, it comes with limitations such as shorter flight durations suited mainly for quick, exhilarating outings, rather than long cross-country journeys, which keeps the focus squarely on fun local adventures where the real magic happens. Taking number 8 in our countdown is the Joby Aviation S4, a compelling 5-seat electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft that has emerged as one of the most promising contenders in the race to make urban and regional air taxis an everyday reality for commuters and travelers alike. What truly sets this machine apart is its clever integration of 6 tilting propellers mounted across a fixed wing and VTOL configuration, allowing for remarkably smooth and efficient transitions between vertical hover for takeoff and landing and high-speed forward flight that feels more like gliding in a modern airplane than battling the noise and vibration of traditional helicopters, with 4 propellers tilting fully via their motor nacelles, while the remaining 2 employ a smart linkage system to deliver precise control throughout every phase of the journey. This innovative propulsion setup not only minimizes energy consumption during critical maneuvers, but also contributes to the aircraft's standout reputation for being incredibly quiet, often described as up to 100 times quieter than conventional rotorcraft during operations, making it far more suitable for flights near residential neighborhoods, bustling city centers, and noise-sensitive areas where community acceptance is key to widespread adoption. The futuristic design features expansive windows that offer passengers breathtaking panoramic views of the world below, turning even short hops into memorable experiences, complemented by retractable tricycle landing gear that enhances ground handling and overall sleekness, while keeping the cabin comfortable and accessible for a pilot, plus 4 passengers who can relax in a thoughtfully laid out interior focused on reducing fatigue and maximizing enjoyment. Joby has poured years of development into this platform, achieving piloted test flights with successful vertical takeoffs as far back as the early days of its program, and the unified flight control system plays a huge role in lowering pilot workload through intuitive automation that handles complex transitions seamlessly, allowing operators to focus on safety and route efficiency rather than constant manual adjustments. On the plus side, the S4 shines through its impressive balance of performance for urban routes and short regional connections, delivering the kind of speed and range that lets you bypass gridlocked highways and reach destinations in a fraction of the time, all while promising significantly lower operating costs thanks to the all-electric powertrain that slashes fuel expenses, simplifies maintenance compared to gas-guzzling alternatives, and supports sustainable zero-emission flights that align perfectly with growing environmental priorities in aviation. This combination of advanced battery technology, distributed electric propulsion, and aerodynamic efficiency is exactly why it feels like such an achievable step forward in premium yet practical air mobility, positioning it as a leader that could democratize sky-based travel without the exorbitant prices or logistical headaches of older vertical lift options. At number 7, we find the Opener Blackfly, an American electric-powered vertical takeoff and landing personal aircraft designed by Opener Incorporated in California after years of dedicated development and officially launched back in 2018, representing a true breakthrough that brings the dream of personal flight within reach for enthusiasts and everyday adventurers who have always wanted to experience the freedom of the skies without the complexity and expense of traditional aviation. What truly makes this machine stand out is its incredibly accessible and effective design philosophy that prioritizes simplicity, affordability, and pure fun, allowing it to deliver an exhilarating short-distance flying experience that feels revolutionary yet surprisingly practical for those looking to bypass traffic or explore from above on quick hops, all while keeping operating costs remarkably low thanks to its all-electric propulsion system that relies on efficient batteries and motors rather than fuel-guzzling engines. The aircraft features a single-seat cockpit nestled under a sleek bubble canopy for an immersive view, paired with a unique tandem wing configuration, where the front wing sits lower than the rear to provide outstanding forward visibility that enhances pilot confidence during every maneuver. Each wing carries multiple counter-rotating propellers powered by electric motors, creating smooth and stable lift without the need for a complicated tilt wing mechanism. Instead, the entire aircraft pitches up or down during flight transitions for intuitive control that mimics the natural feel of soaring like a bird. When parked, the wings and engines angle upward in a distinctive canted position that not only aids storage but also contributes to its compact footprint, making it easy to transport and operate from small areas like backyards or open fields where larger aircraft simply could not go. This innovative approach to personal VTOL technology shines because it solves the core pain points of cost and accessibility that have kept flying out of reach for so many, offering a platform that is far more affordable to own and maintain compared to conventional light aircraft or helicopters, while delivering quiet, emission-free performance that appeals to modern pilots conscious of their environmental impact. On the positive side, its ultralight classification opens the door for simplified regulations in many regions, meaning you can get airborne with less training and paperwork, turning weekend adventures or scenic tours into an everyday reality with minimal hassle and impressive reliability from redundant systems built for safety. Of course, like any pioneering personal flyer, it has limitations such as being best suited for shorter trips and clear weather conditions, rather than long cross-country journeys or heavy cargo. But that focused design is exactly what keeps it efficient and exciting without unnecessary complications. At number 6, we find the Bell Nexus, a 5-seat autonomous electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft that stands out as a visionary solution, crafted to directly confront the frustrations of modern urban life by tackling traffic congestion, cutting down on noise pollution, and minimizing environmental impact, while dramatically slashing travel times in even the most crowded metropolitan areas where traditional ground transportation often grinds to a halt. Originally introduced as a forward-thinking air taxi concept and unveiled with great excitement as the Nexus at the Consumer Electronics Show back in 2019, this aircraft has captured imaginations by blending cutting-edge innovation with real-world practicality, offering a glimpse into a future where getting across town feels effortless and exhilarating rather than exhausting. What makes the Nexus truly shine is its clever use of 6 tilting electric ducted fans that provide powerful and precise thrust for rapid vertical takeoffs and landings from compact urban pads or rooftops, allowing seamless transitions into efficient forward flight that lets passengers soar high above the gridlock below. The autonomous capabilities built into its core design promise truly hands-free operation, with advanced systems handling navigation, obstacle avoidance, and smooth door-to-door service that could transform daily commutes, business meetings, or quick trips into relaxed journeys where you simply step in, relax, and arrive refreshed without the stress of driving or airport hassles. This standout approach highlights why the Nexus feels so effective and potentially affordable in the long run, as its all-electric powertrain delivers zero emissions during flight, along with significantly lower operating costs compared to traditional helicopters or fuel-powered options, thanks to simpler maintenance, energy efficiency from the ducted fans that reduce noise levels for friendlier city integration, and scalable production that aims to bring on-demand mobility to the masses rather than just elite users. On the plus side, its focus on safety through redundant technologies and smart automation makes it an appealing choice for busy professionals, families, or anyone seeking sustainable alternatives that prioritize comfort and speed, while the overall design philosophy emphasizes accessibility by envisioning fleets of these vehicles operating like digital ride-sharing services in the sky. Of course, as with many ambitious eVTOL projects, it faces hurdles such as the need for widespread vertiport infrastructure and full regulatory approvals before widespread adoption. But those challenges only underscore its forward momentum as a pioneer that is pushing the boundaries of what urban air travel can achieve. The Bell Nexus represents the exciting evolution of VTOL technology by combining proven aerospace expertise with futuristic autonomy, making advanced air mobility not just a luxury for the few, but a safe, sustainable, and transformative option that could reshape how entire cities move and thrive in the years ahead. Continuing our countdown at number 5 is the Archer Midnight, an electric vertical takeoff and landing air taxi from Archer Aviation that is gaining serious momentum toward commercial operations and positioning itself as one of the most promising contenders in the race to make urban air mobility a daily reality for everyday people who are tired of sitting in endless traffic jams. This sleek lift and cruise design truly stands out because it cleverly combines dedicated rotors for powerful vertical flight with efficient forward propulsion that transitions smoothly to deliver quiet, comfortable journeys optimized for short to medium hops, all while keeping things practical and cost-effective through an all-electric powertrain that promises dramatically lower operating expenses, reduced maintenance demands, and zero emissions compared to traditional helicopters or ground vehicles that burn fuel and create congestion. What makes the Midnight particularly appealing is its focus on passenger experience with a quiet and comfortable cabin, featuring advanced safety systems that incorporate multiple layers of redundancy to build confidence for both riders and regulators, creating a sense of reliability that feels more like stepping into a premium ride-sharing service than experimental aviation. Targeting busy urban routes, it excels at solving real-world pain points by enabling fast airport transfers or quick trips from city centers to suburban destinations, where time savings can make all the difference for commuters rushing to work or travelers connecting flights without the usual headaches. The aircraft's strong partnerships with major players in aviation and infrastructure, along with steady progress on certification efforts, highlight why it is considered a frontrunner, expected to launch passenger services in the coming years, bringing reliable electric air mobility closer to everyday reality, rather than remaining a distant futuristic dream. On the positive side, its efficient design philosophy emphasizes scalability and affordability in the long term by leveraging modular components and high-volume production potential that could drive down ticket prices to levels competitive with premium ground transport options, while the overall emphasis on low noise profiles makes it suitable for operations near residential areas without disturbing communities. Of course, like other emerging eVTOL platforms, it still navigates challenges such as building out sufficient vertiport networks and achieving full public acceptance of autonomous or piloted electric flight. But Archer's dedicated momentum and clear focus on practical urban applications give the Midnight a compelling edge that feels grounded in real-world utility. Overall, this aircraft shines as a beacon of innovation that combines smart engineering with a vision for sustainable mobility, making it an exciting option that could soon transform how millions of people navigate crowded cities and unlock new levels of convenience and speed in their daily travels. At number 4, we have the Vertical Aerospace VX4, a standout British electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft that's making waves in the world of regional and urban passenger transport by delivering a perfect blend of practicality, efficiency, and forward-thinking design that truly feels like the next evolution in everyday air mobility. What makes this one shine so brightly in a crowded field is its innovative winged configuration that cleverly combines multiple rotors for powerful vertical lift with a dedicated push propeller for smooth and highly efficient forward cruising, allowing it to transition seamlessly between hover and high-speed flight, while keeping energy consumption impressively low, so operators can actually turn a profit on short hops without burning through batteries or budgets. This smart lift and cruise approach stands out because it solves one of the biggest headaches in electric aviation by maximizing range and speed without sacrificing the quiet operation and low noise footprint that makes it welcome in noise-sensitive city environments, giving passengers a serene ride that feels more like a premium lounge than a roaring helicopter. The spacious cabin emphasizes comfort with thoughtful seating for multiple passengers, creating an inviting space where travelers can relax during those quick regional connections. And the entire aircraft is built around rigorous safety standards featuring redundant systems that provide multiple layers of protection. So even in challenging conditions, pilots and passengers can trust the platform completely. One of the coolest aspects is its modular design philosophy, which lets the aircraft adapt easily for different missions, whether shuttling people between city centers and suburbs or handling light cargo deliveries. making it incredibly versatile for airlines and operators looking to expand their networks without massive infrastructure overhauls. Thanks to strong partnerships with major airlines and ongoing certification efforts across Europe and other key markets, the VX4 is positioning itself as a real-world solution, rather than just another flashy concept, helping bridge communities that have long been isolated by traditional ground transport. On the plus side, its focus on electric propulsion promises significantly lower operating costs compared to conventional aircraft, since there are fewer moving parts to maintain, reduced fuel expenses, and the potential for quicker turnaround times between flights, which all add up to more affordable tickets that could finally bring air travel within reach for everyday commuters who are tired of traffic jams. Of course, like many ambitious eVTOL projects, it still faces hurdles such as scaling production and navigating full regulatory approval, but the company's steady progress through testing and real-world demonstrations shows they are committed to overcoming those challenges with a design that prioritizes reliability and sustainability above all else. Number 3 brings us to the Volocopter VoloCity, a compact multi-copter electric vertical takeoff and landing air taxi developed in Germany that is redefining short urban flights with its incredibly practical and user-friendly approach to aerial mobility in some of the world's busiest cities. What truly sets this aircraft apart is its distinctive configuration, featuring 18 rotors arranged in a way that delivers exceptional stability and remarkably quiet vertical operations, allowing it to lift off and land almost anywhere while producing minimal disturbance, so it can operate close to residential areas and bustling downtown districts without the noise complaints that often plague traditional helicopters. Designed as a versatile two-seater that can function either autonomously or with a pilot, the VoloCity excels at those quick city hops under 25 miles, where it turns frustrating ground commutes into effortless aerial journeys, making it an ideal choice for daily travelers, dodging traffic, or tourists eager to experience iconic landmarks from a breathtaking new perspective. The aircraft places an enormous emphasis on safety through extensive redundant systems that ensure multiple backups for critical components. So, even if one element encounters an issue, the flight can continue smoothly and reliably, building the kind of public confidence needed for widespread adoption in sensitive urban environments. Having already logged numerous demonstration flights in real-world conditions across various locations, Volocopter is actively working towards seamless integration into emerging urban air mobility networks throughout Europe and Asia, positioning the VoloCity as a pioneer that could soon become a common sight, buzzing between rooftops and dedicated vertiports. Its low physical footprint means it requires far less space than larger aircraft, which, combined with its completely emissions-free electric operation, makes it a standout performer for congested metropolitan areas where reducing pollution and easing road pressure are top priorities for city planners and residents alike. Operators love how the design supports quick turnaround times and lower overall costs, thanks to simplified electric powertrains that cut down on maintenance expenses and energy use compared to fuel-burning alternatives, potentially translating into more affordable rides that bring aerial taxis out of the luxury category and into everyday accessibility for commuters and visitors. Of course, challenges remain around scaling infrastructure and achieving full certification timelines, but the steady progress and focus on simplicity over unnecessary complexity give the VoloCity a strong edge in proving that safe, convenient, and sustainable vertical flight can become a practical reality rather than a distant dream. At number 2 is the Eve Air Mobility eVTOL, a lift and cruise electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft backed by the aviation powerhouse Embraer, that masterfully combines rock-solid practicality with cutting-edge technology to deliver reliable regional passenger services that feel both approachable and genuinely transformative for how we connect cities and communities. What makes this aircraft stand out so strongly is its thoughtful lift and cruise design, featuring a dedicated wing equipped with multiple vertical lift rotors, paired with efficient rear propellers optimized for forward cruising, creating a beautifully balanced performance profile that handles short to medium-range trips beyond typical urban hops with impressive efficiency. So passengers enjoy smoother transitions and extended reach without the excessive energy drain seen in many pure multi-copter rivals. With comfortable seating for 4 passengers plus a pilot, The cabin strikes that perfect balance between spaciousness and streamlined design, allowing travelers to fly in comfort whether on scheduled routes or quick on-demand journeys, making it an attractive option for everything from business commuters to leisure travelers seeking faster connections across diverse markets around the world. The entire concept draws deeply on Embraer's decades of proven aviation expertise, which shines through in the prioritization of simplicity, reliability, and cost-effectiveness, ensuring the aircraft remains straightforward to operate, maintain, and scale without layers of unnecessary complexity that could drive up expenses or complicate certification. This focus on affordability through smart engineering and electric propulsion helps keep operating costs lower than traditional alternatives, while still delivering strong performance that supports efficient trips ideal for regional networks where time savings and convenience truly matter. As it advances steadily through rigorous certification and testing phases, the Eve eVTOL is positioning itself as a versatile workhorse, capable of integrating seamlessly into both established airline schedules and emerging on-demand mobility platforms, giving operators the flexibility to adapt to different demands and expand air travel access in regions that have long struggled with limited connectivity. On the plus side, its emission-free operation and reduced noise levels make it highly suitable for sustainable growth in sensitive areas, while the robust safety features and redundant systems provide peace of mind that builds trust among passengers and regulators alike. Potential challenges like completing full certification timelines and building out supporting infrastructure remain, but Embraer's strong backing and the design's emphasis on practicality give it a clear advantage in turning ambitious concepts into everyday reality. And finally, at number 1 is the Wisk Aero Generation 6, an autonomous electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft developed with strong backing from Boeing that stands as a true pinnacle of innovation, optimized for safe, reliable urban air mobility, and poised to fundamentally change how we navigate bustling cities. What elevates this machine to the top spot is its groundbreaking self-flying design that completely eliminates the need for an onboard pilot through sophisticated automation and advanced artificial intelligence systems, allowing a single ground supervisor to oversee multiple aircraft simultaneously, which slashes operational costs dramatically while boosting efficiency and making frequent high-volume flights far more affordable than traditional piloted services. The aircraft features a high-wing layout integrated with multiple distributed rotors that provide powerful vertical lift before transitioning smoothly to efficient forward flight modes, creating seamless journeys that feel intuitive and passenger-friendly even for first-time flyers. Capable of carrying multiple passengers comfortably on short to medium routes, the Generation 6 excels at high-frequency operations in dense metropolitan areas where its minimal noise profile and whisper-quiet electric propulsion allow it to blend harmoniously into smart city transportation networks without disrupting daily life. Strong safety redundancies are built into every critical system, ensuring multiple layers of backup protection that meet the highest commercial aviation standards, giving passengers and regulators the confidence needed for widespread adoption. Drawing on years of iterative development and real-world testing data from previous generations, this aircraft benefits immensely from Boeing's extensive expertise in aerospace engineering, which has helped refine everything from energy management to autonomous navigation. So the platform delivers not just futuristic appeal, but genuine practicality and reliability that operators can count on day after day. The focus on sustainability through zero-emission flights combined with lower maintenance demands, thanks to the all-electric powertrain positions. It has a cost-effective solution that could make aerial taxis accessible to everyday commuters rather than just a luxury for the few. Of course, as with any cutting-edge autonomous technology, challenges around full regulatory approval, public acceptance, and building comprehensive vertiport infrastructure still need to be addressed. But the rapid progress in flight testing and strategic partnerships demonstrate that Wisk is tackling these hurdles head-on with a clear roadmap toward commercial service. Overall, the Wisk Aero Generation 6 represents the cutting edge of autonomous flight by prioritizing safety, simplicity, and scalability in one elegant package, promising to revolutionize how people move in and around major urban centers by offering fast, convenient point-to-point travel that bypasses ground congestion entirely, while delivering an experience that feels safe, seamless and incredibly forward-looking for the cities of tomorrow. There you have it, folks. Our countdown of the top 15 modern VTOL aircraft pushing the boundaries of what is possible in aviation today. From efficient electric designs for city hops to proven military workhorses and personal flyers, these machines are opening up new horizons in transportation. Which one impressed you the most, or which would you love to fly in someday? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and let me know if you want deeper dives on any of these in future videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends who love aviation. We have got plenty more exciting content coming your way, so stay tuned, and until next time, keep looking up.